Okey-dokey. Says we are live, and I've got multiple chats up and all kinds of mess going on. So let's get all this figured out here. Bear with us. We just had to do a quick, and I mean quick, rush inside. It just started pouring outside, blowing in sideways, started wetting our camera and our laptop. You probably can't hear with us using these microphones, but it's pouring pretty good, hitting the roof. So welcome everybody. Hopefully you can hear us and see us. I'm expecting some technical issues tonight because we were just completely set up outside, snatched it all down because it started pouring rain, blowing in sideways. We had everything set up for a nice
down out there.
Yeah, they ought to be able to see. See how hazy that is? That's just pure rain, and it is getting loud. So let's turn everything off. Yep, hear and see you. Awesome. So welcome everybody. It is January the 22nd, 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this back later, by all means leave a comment. We'll respond to you. Man, it is flooding out there.
And I had a great meal I was going to do out there tonight too.
We have everything set up. She's doing a meal that I had requested that we've never shown y'all before.
Requested for like 3 months.
Yes, and we've just got everything set up outside. I mean, everything. Our nice new camera. We got a new lens now. Maybe a little out of focus. No, everything looks really good.
Yeah, we look fine.
And then severe thunderstorm warnings popped up on the phone. Here comes nasty bands and I just checked it an hour ago, and it looked like we were going to miss everything. And then it just started blowing up out of the Gulf, and here comes your nasty. Looks like we're probably going to get some lightning and everything else. So, long story short, we can't be outside. What we may do is, if this stuff stops and the radar looks okay before we wrap this live stream up, I may take my camera out there and we may do a quick live stream for the food. But if it looks like more bad weather is coming, we're not going out there. I'm not getting in the lightning and the blowing sideways rain. So we may have to cut the cooking off tonight. Let me guess.
Yeah, Ruger's out there running around.
Yeah, Ruger's out there just playing in the rain, loving the life. Oh, goodness gracious. So I apologize. We had to do a quick rush in and start this thing a little late. So goes life, right? And welcome to Florida. They call it the Sunshine State, but we're the thunderstorm state too. This stuff pops up anytime it feels like it. I hate rushing like that last minute. All right, so let's see what we got going here. Love the new grapple. Yes, that was a video I was excited to release today. And speaking of that, I don't know what's going on this week, y'all, but are y'all getting notifications? Are y'all still subscribed to the channel? I've had the least amount of views this week ever, the least amount of comments. And I don't think some people are getting notified when we post videos. So hopefully y'all seen the grapple video today, along with some other stuff we posted this week, but I don't know what's going on. We're having some weird stuff happening. You know, every now and then YouTube will do a purge and people get unsubscribed and things don't happen. Obviously y'all got notified for the live stream here, but let me know if y'all are seeing any issues with that. I'm really trying to work that behind the scenes, but glad y'all enjoyed the grapple video. A lot more videos coming with the grapple. I have trees to cut down, limbs to cut down. We have to run the wood chipper. We have to get stuff away from the power line. And I'm going and picking up a load of logs that's been waiting on me this week to turn into firewood. I was waiting to get that grapple because I don't feel like skidding logs off of the trailer again. I have no interest in that whatsoever. Now I can save my back and fingers, not have to snatch stuff off with a chain, if you know what I mean. Yes. So rainy evening here in Georgia, says Stephen. It's kind of how it's been almost all day long here in Florida. Rain a little, stop. Rain a little, stop. Sun will pop out, rain a little.
I don't even know. Are we supposed to be getting cold weather after this?
Yes. Yeah. This week we're going to be some 30s and 40s. It's going to be nice, you know, nothing crazy, but we're going to get some frost and a few other things. I'm looking forward to another little cool snap because it's been hot and muggy the last few days. Well, hadn't really been hot, but it's just been muggy.
It's been very muggy today. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Miss Lee and a few others saying they've been seeing the grapple and chicken videos, and hopefully your notifications are popping up. I don't know what's going on, but we're just not getting normal viewers that are always first and everything else. And like I said, the views seem crazy low on some of this stuff.
So Miss H.R. Lee said, did y'all go to the post office? It said my gift was delivered. Good thing she reminded me because it's in here and we didn't know who it was from. So let me get it.
Okay. Yeah, we got a gift this week and had no idea who it come from. There's no note in it or anything like that. So it must be this.
So tell me if this is what you sent, Miss H.R. Lee. And if it was, thank you so much. You read my mind.
And if it was not you, thank you, whoever sent this to us.
Yes. I was looking at getting one of these. The one I currently have is kind of like a mason jar, but it doesn't have a stand with it, and you can't really use it without a stand. So I was really excited to get this.
So tell everybody what it is.
Oh, yep. So it is a drink dispenser with a stand, and I use this during Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I hope that's what's in it. We haven't opened the box yet.
Well, I mean, it looks sealed.
Okay, that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I just sent you something in that box. Oh, we're going to assume it's the glass jar dispensers, but we'll absolutely use that on the back porch.
Yes, she said she sent it. Okay, great. Thank you so much. That was so very thoughtful.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll for sure get used whenever we start. I can't wait till we get the pool in. We start
Oh,
doing some
yeah.
limeade,
That would be
lemonade, and
awesome.
everything else.
Yeah.
Maybe a few little adult beverages every now and then get mixed up in there. You know what I mean?
That'll be great.
Yeah, so thank you very much. You're always so generous, sweet, and thinking of us. We truly do appreciate you.
Now Andrew won't have to get me my slushy machine that I wanted.
Oh, she has been dying for a slushy machine. Those things are outrageous and they're huge.
But people has them.
They do. And
Maybe they'll want to see.
I think if you've seen how you have to clean it all out,
I know,
all the work that's
probably
involved,
is a pain to clean.
and I think
sure.
those things are like 100 and something pounds. So, Mr. Larry, I see that you say that you've been subscribed but have never gotten a notification. So I don't think a lot of people know this, and I try not to put this in videos just so it sounds like you're begging for subscribers. But anybody that does want to get notified whenever we post a video, so you don't have to constantly go check, down by the subscribe button, there is a little like drop down arrow. And if you drop that down, it'll give you like 3 choices for notifications. They're called the bell icons. You can click, I don't want to ever be notified when this channel posts. I hope that's not you. You can get one that says post sometimes or something like that. And then there's another notification that you can click and it'll notify you every single time we post something. It'll just pop up on your screen and you can swipe it off the screen if you don't want to watch it, but you can say, hey, you know, they just posted something right there. So for anybody that's curious about that, that's something I should talk about a little more, but I don't want the videos to sound like we're begging for subscribers when I talk about that kind of stuff. But a lot of people don't know about that. I know a lot of people don't know about the extra features. So there, you can turn notifications on. I think by default, they are not turned on. I think how the YouTube app works is if you watch a channel enough, eventually they'll start popping a few random videos.
Since we're on the subject, we do have 3 channels. So if y'all are interested in seeing more, we have the Kelleys Outdoors. Yep. This is the Kelleys Country Life, and now we started a podcast with. Is it? Yes, the Kelleys Off Script.
Yeah, I just changed it. I had a few people.
Did you change it?
It was called Kelleys Off Script, and I had a few people were like, "Wait a minute! Your other channel is the Kelleys Outdoors, the Kelleys Country Life." So I went back and quickly changed it to the Kelleys Off Script. If you're curious about the podcast, and a huge thank you to all the people that's going over there and watching that. We've got some pretty awesome content planned for the podcast channel. Actually, I'm working on doing my first kind of streaming podcast with somebody else that we're going to invite in for all the people that's interested in the house stuff. I think I'm going to record that Tuesday or Wednesday this week. And what we've been doing thus far is every other Monday, a couple times a month, posting those podcasts. It's not a set in stone schedule. Eventually, we're going to try to post a few more than that. Okay, I have missed a ton of questions. Let's see what else we got here. I am so far behind. Oh my goodness gracious. I done missed a ton of donations too, and we'll go back up and catch a few comments, but a huge thank you, Mikey. It says new fund, fuel tank fund. Well, I could always use an extra fuel tank. That's for sure. Thank you so much. That's right. Cause Mikey was by far one of the biggest supporters of the grapple
for sure.
And now we got it. He's probably like, what the heck are we going to do now? So thank you, Mikey. Thank you. A huge thank you for the grapple as well. I now have one thanks to you and a ton of other people, Miss Lee and Mr. Doug. There's just been more people than you can even imagine. I can't go through all the names that's donated to that. So that's been pretty stinking awesome. We really do appreciate you on that. And then right behind him, Jake, who's always thinking about his slushy fund. Oh, you're gonna
all right, get your notepad out.
You're going to make me wind up getting a huge slushy machine. I can already see it. I'll be the one having to lug it out there, throwing my back out and cleaning the thing. I don't think you realize they're gigantic.
I know.
She wants a double slushy machine and all. We can't drink that much slushy. I don't even like slushies. I get a stomachache with all that sugar stuff.
Well, I don't know.
I guess we'll see how big our pool parties get, and we may do that. Plus, well, we got to see. Maybe Cash and Chris like drinking a lot of slushy since they're going to be our new children and roommates. So it may work.
Our dependents.
Yeah, our dependents. Hey, if we get some tax write-offs, why not? All right, what else we got going on here? Thank you very much, Crystal. our biggest cheerleader. Yep,
Mhm.
please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you enjoy the content. And Jake says he does not get notified. Hopefully, Jake, it's just turning on that little bell icon right there. So Larry says he don't need no stinking notification to be here. But what about all the videos I post during the week? Typically, I always post them at 6 during the week and noon on the weekends. But here lately, I've been really messing up because I've been moving a lot of videos around, and sometimes they'll post like on a Wednesday at noon, and I'm wondering why people are commenting on a video. And then I realized, oh, I originally had it scheduled Sunday and moved it and forgot to change my time. And I've been messing up so much here lately, moving a lot of content around. So Julie says she's a dedicated fan. She has an alarm on her phone. So I guess you don't need no notification either, huh? So how are the hens like in one rooster? They are in hen heaven, not hog heaven, hen heaven.
Yeah, they're all at peace now.
Yes, they are. Other than our one rooster still has no, I know it's pouring, still has no idea how to crow. Um, he sounds crazy, and he's really starting to aggravate me bad. I cannot wait to get the chickens away from my shop. He will be quiet all day long, and as soon as I start talking to the camera, guaranteed every time, doesn't matter if I'm all the way over here at the house. If he hears me, he starts crowing. He is going to mean that you're going to hear him, that I'm not going to talk. And it's making recording videos far more aggravating than I ever realized. It makes me lose my train of thought. I constantly stop, and it's really making where editing is becoming extremely difficult too. So either everybody's just going to have to start listening to a rooster, or we may just go down a bunch of hens, if you know what I mean. But I always kind of wanted to keep one rooster. I'm really starting to think the new chicken pen needs to be on the back side of the shop, just out of sight, out of mind. I hate it because I can't really keep a good eye on them, but I don't need him every time he sees me coming or hears me trying to talk over me. It's frustrating. Apparently, he needs to go start his own YouTube channel.
Oh my gosh.
So Chris's question is not Simi making his 4-way wedge for his log splitter. I got the steel. I ain't got the time, Chris. I just don't. There is a million
He has a
projects I want to make.
long list. He's actually kind of stressed out about it lately.
I have been a little stressed out. I am struggling to get all the projects and commitments done because I got some major stuff coming up. We're going to include on the channel, and then I've got a million little projects like that that I'd love to get out there and do. But Chris, also by the way, just to let you know, I will be getting my 4-way wedge before you be getting yours. So you're gonna have to wait a little while. Now, if you get here and start paying that rent money you was talking about, we might move you on up the list if you know what I mean. What did Tiffany do to her finger? Oh yeah, of course that came up.
Yeah. I was getting the food prepped earlier, and normally I'm pretty bad with knives, but this just came out of nowhere.
Quit lying. She threw some glassware at me earlier, and she cut herself when she picked it up.
No, I have these little serving dishes, and one fell out of my hand, busted right on the counter, and somehow it flung up and just sliced my finger pretty deep. So, yeah.
I'm upstairs editing, and all I hear is sound like something exploded. And yeah, you just kind of went quiet, and then I think it cut me. I was like, what on earth happened down there? Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So we had to clean glass up off the floor and do some vacuuming and
It was a
cleaning and
nightmare.
do a little.
Glass everywhere.
I pulled, she got one of them staplers out, and I pulled that out. I was excited to use it. I was like, can I use this? Can we finally use the stapler?
Nope, just some steri strips and some bandage. That's all we
Well, I'm
need
glad you didn't
today.
get hurt any worse than you did, but I was wanting to staple. Hey, you always talk about wanting to use the thing. I was ready to go to town with it.
Oh my gosh.
So somebody said $3,800 for the 2 windows out there that we just talked about in the house video. Totally worth it. Yes, Tiffany, definitely think so.
Oh yeah.
And it does get you
We were gonna have those windows.
yeah, it gets you a continual view of the sky and the oak trees you
I
mentioned
wanted
out there.
more, but I settled for 2.
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I settled for 2.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you settled for 2.
Yeah, yeah, we weren't gonna do no more of those. We were already pushing it on the budget as it was. So Big Wave says we need more podcasts, please. We're gonna work on that. So what's coming up next? I'm working on a very special podcast, waiting to hear back from somebody. Hopefully, they're okay with it because I'm gonna start including a lot more people and stories and things. But where we're probably gonna go the next couple of podcasts is the house stuff, since we have a lot of people really intrigued and jumping on the channel this week. I mean, we picked up thousands of new subscribers just because of house related content. So the next one, I'm going to be talking with Casey over at Henderson's How To. He is a licensed contractor, builds houses here in Florida. So he's involved in this every day. We're going to go over a lot of do's and don'ts. Where do you start with a house? And he's going to give us some valuable insight on where the industry is right now, the housing market, where all the supply chain issues are. I think it's going to be an extremely valuable podcast for people. It's just going to be a sit down and talk session for me and him. But anybody that's thinking about building probably can get some really good information out of that podcast. Where we're going to go after that, to me and you probably talking about how we purchased the land. That's always been such a popular request. People want to know that story. How all that came about. And then we'll start moving into just a bunch of random stuff like you typically see on a podcast. Yeah. It's going to take some fuel to feed the tractor, says Mikey. So I guess that's why he wants me to get a big fuel tank out there. Yeah. 300-gallon tank with a pump. Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a good one. And the good news about that is I can actually have the local fuel company bring in and fill that up right there. So Jill says V4 has rolling stainless tables. They have all kinds of stuff.
Just about everything.
You saying we need one of those to put our slushy machine on? Yeah, tell me about it. And how's the hydroponics doing? Doing good. We've actually just about destroyed the lettuce because we've ate it so much here lately.
When I tell you how nice it is just to walk in there, trim some lettuce off for your sandwich. I mean, that's the biggest thing is, not having to cut open, fresh lettuce out of the refrigerator that's, like a romaine head and have to ruin half of it because you only want a couple, slices of lettuce for your sandwich. Just to walk in there and just cut whatever you need for a sandwich. That's been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of neat.
That idea.
So Bruce wants to know, do I think the rubber hoses that I put on the grapple will hold up? How many times can you replace them before the hard lines become a better investment? Well, here's the big problem. Nobody locally makes hard lines, not even my big dedicated hydraulic shop that I just went to. It was a big shock to hear that. And even with the factory John Deere hard lines, you still have rubber hoses everywhere. I've never busted or torn one. I'm pretty easy on my equipment. And I did just go to the metal shop, and I'm going to put some expanded metal in to protect those hoses as well. Now, with that said, I still think the rubber hoses are a good investment because should I tear one up, it's really affordable, cheap, and easy to go to the local Napa or hardware store that'll make those up, or the local hydraulic shop and get them made. I can get right back in business. That is not the case with hard lines, being that nobody around here makes them. I'd most likely have to travel to a very large town. It is what it is. It was the hand I was dealt as far as what's available locally, and it seemed like the smart decision there to do that. Once I protect them, I've already ordered some of that spiral wrap. A lot of people were mentioning that in today's video. Casey sent me a link and was like, this is what I typically put on all my rubber lines. So they are about to get an extra layer of protection as far as abrasion resistance and all goes. So I think we're going to be good with just a few things that I'm going to do to protect them. So Frank says we need to get the Margaritaville margarita mixer. The actual sushi machines are Bahama Breeze units, like in the convenience stores. And he says it's an actual job by itself to clean. I figured it was.
Bet.
All that syrupy, sticky stuff out of there for pour one or two drinks. I think it sounds fun in theory, but I have a feeling we'd never use the things. I think you'd be better off with a nice bullet blender or something up here and whip you up a couple slushies and go.
But it would be so nice to walk out the pool and just go.
Yeah, until you have to clean that thing and you say, all right, never using it again. I already see exactly how that's. And then where we're going to put that big honking thing. We'll talk about it. So Mikey says he's at 87 full cords of wood right now. Are you serious? That is an insane amount of wood. We burn through probably 5 to 6 cords a year. Well, maybe 4 or 5 cords with our outside burner. I couldn't imagine having 87. Obviously, you're selling a lot of firewood. It must be what's going on there. I don't see how on earth you can burn through that much. My goodness. So Jake, thank you. Says my neighbor has one like this. It's a daiquiri maker. So thank you very much for your donation there. I am way, way behind. And oh my goodness, I already see Corey's down there behind him. I am way behind. Thank you very much, Corey, for
that was for the slushy machine.
All right. So thank you for a very, very generous donation right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll just get in a blender.
yeah. I have well, we'll call it the slushy machine. We'll put the
Right.
slushy machine sticker on there. So Julie says her neighbor's rooster is 1,000 feet from her yard, but crows when my dog squeaks her toys. Yes. Okay. So here's the crazy thing. We have a neighbor that lives across the hill and probably a quarter mile or more away, and I can hear their rooster crow, and then my rooster will crow, and they'll sit there and go back and forth in the mornings doing that each other. And it's easily a quarter mile away. They live down on the bottom side of a hill. Sound travels like crazy. I am so shocked. Read a few more of y'all's comments there. So Hammerman says, "What's for dinner?" So Hammerman, we were all set up on the live stream when it got started to be outdoors, and we've already got all the food prep set up.
Everything's already ready.
We're gonna do some cooking. The camera's at our laptop, and we just had a nasty thunderstorm pop up, run us inside, blowing sideways, was getting my camera equipment and computer wet. We can't have that. And looking at the radar, we have another very bad line of storms coming. It actually just popped up some severe thunderstorms warnings beside us. So we may not be cooking tonight.
We'll just see where we're at in another 10-15 minutes and
Yeah,
see
we'll
what
just
the radar shows.
I'll check it right now and kind of see.
What he mentioned doing is just do a separate live to go out there after we're done talking, and anybody that wants to jump over.
It's ultimately up to this weather because it does have red and yellow in it that's still coming, and we're not going to be out there in lightning and blowing sideways rain like we just were a minute ago. Oh wow, there's tornado warning just popped up. 2 of them. Hang on, I got to check this now. It's a little north of us. Wood Duck, I see that you're on. This is kind of up in your area. Yep, 2 tornado warnings.
We have tornado warnings?
Just north of us, up in the across the Georgia line, up near
Seriously?
Adel and Fitzgerald. How about that? So yeah, we may not be cooking outside on tonight's live stream.
Yeah.
Weather kind of popped up on us and got a little nasty right there. Okay, my goodness gracious. So any updates on Mr. Doug? Asked Steven. No, and I don't believe I'll be getting no more for quite a while. You know, the last very positive update was he's basically in remission. And if it's anything kind of like how my mother's situation was, you just typically go do a 2-time-a-year checkup. I don't know his personal business on that, being it's so fresh. He may go get additional checkups, but it didn't sound like there was going to be any more news to come out because the last news was positive and just what everybody was hoping and praying for. So we're very happy about that. What else we talking about? So yeah, Crystal says, wonder how much the slushy machines cost. Shane says $6.59 on Vivor. Holy smokes.
They're pretty pricey.
I don't think they're probably going to be sending me one of those. See, I can't ask for no $660 slushy machine that we're never going to use. I think that would be not doing Vivor very much justice right there. I think we've nipped the slushy machine in the butt. Oh my goodness. So what else are we talking about here? See, y'all talking about video man, I am so far behind. Do you know what new resolution your camera's recording at? So my new camera's recording, I have it set up for 1080. The problem is YouTube only allows 720p playback on live stream. So that's why it looks a little off, a little grainy. That's kind of the way it is. Actually, we look in the
Yeah, he was saying that it was a lot clearer whenever you had your phone connected. But then I think everybody was bringing up, what quality or, setting are you at on your personal phone
well,
or
no,
whatever you're watching.
believe it or not, I mean, we're on a nice DSLR camera right now with a brand new lens, so this should be as clear as it gets. The problem is, no matter what streaming you do, YouTube only allows 720p playback. Now, the good news is I just bought software
I'm on
today.
480 and mine's pretty clear on my phone.
Yeah, but they're probably watching on a big TV or something, and that's where you really start looking grainy and bad. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think live streams are ever going to look clear like the recorded video just because of the playback that's allowed. Also, how you stream, your internet, everything else, even on our side. I don't think that would ever stream in 4K or anything because I don't know that our internet out here would support it. But YouTube itself only allows 720p playback, I do believe. But the good news is I just bought a streaming software and recording software service today. I went with the Streamlabs OBS everybody talks about, but I went with their paid version so I can host multiple people. We can start streaming to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And I spent a few hours trying to learn that today, and holy smokes, I'm not computer and tech savvy.
You're gonna need more hours.
Yeah, I need some more hours this week, but I'm getting there. And the cool thing is we can do breaks, we can do music for intros and some cool looking screens. multiple platforms, and for our podcast, I can use it to start hosting and bringing people in via the web, recording that and then editing it. So it allowed me to do a lot of cool stuff.
Awesome.
And I just about guarantee it allow me to change the resolution and stream at a higher rate and record at a higher rate as well. So maybe we can get y'all a little bit better quality. What else we got going on here? So Larry says he's at 480. You should be able to change that. I guarantee you can go up to 720.
He said at the bottom, he said, Andrew, you're correct. My big screen is fuzzy, but my computer is clear.
Yep.
So,
and it's most likely because your internet is, it's automatic unless you go in and manually select your resolution, and it'll pick whatever's the best for your bandwidth and the speed of your internet. So everybody's on V4's website right now. They have a slushing machine for $508. That's still a lot of money for us. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to ask for that. We'll see. So everybody's asking where Cash is, and there he is. He's been dealing with more down trees. Cash has dealt with more storms here lately than anybody. It's just been absolutely insane. See here, Mikey's talking about his Easton-made wood splitter. Oh, I hope a wood processor. I hope I can get me a really nice, like, what is it, Wolf Ridge or Easton Made down the road, because that does really slow me down. Now that I got a grapple and I can start really bringing some wood in, and I've got saws that cut it up quick, I'm still using the old residential log splitter that's nice and slow, but it's affordable too. So we'll have to see what the future brings for us there. Yes, so Crystal, thank you for bringing it up. I should have mentioned that. I usually always at the beginning of a live stream ask if this is your first time ever on a live stream. Let us know. Say, hey, we have a wonderful group of people down here in the chat. Yeah. So let us know and ask a question if you have one. What else we got? Seen somebody talking. Oh my, I have missed so many comments. I feel horrible. Sorry, y'all.
How it goes.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't look like we're going to get to cooking because I just looked at the radar and the other band that's coming through is already putting us in a severe thunderstorm.
Oh, it just did. Yep. It had red and yellow in it. I'm not going outside in the lightning, y'all. So we're probably going to have to wait quite a while to cook or just bring it inside. But here's the problem.
We'll send y'all pictures.
Yeah, we're just going to have to do that. We're going to have to wait a little bit. And then we got to go pack up everything, bring it back in. And the problem is once you close the live stream out, or now that I'm using a DSLR that's all plugged in, we can't just move things conveniently. It literally will kill the live stream. You got to start all over.
And it's not anything I can cook inside either. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're not frying in the house. We have a no frying in the house rule right here. We'll just do it. We'll just have to do it again. It's one of them things. It was looking clear earlier today, and then all of a sudden here comes this nasty weather and pops up on us. I mean, I'm literally outside 5 minutes before the live stream chatting. It just starts pouring, starts misting, blowing in. I'm seeing all my electronics get wet, and we have invested way too much in nice cameras and laptops here lately to go ahead and have them getting soaking wet. We're not going to do that at all. I really feel like the focus is still off.
It's in the background. So like the windows and all are fuzzy, but I don't know. Maybe we are. I don't know.
I've got this nice.
Well, now it did.
Hang on. I've got this nice new camera that I can adjust all that, or nice new lens. Oh,
actually, we did kind of get a little fuzzy there for a second when you.
Well, that's because I was adjusting all around. But we look even clearer now. That may help some of y'all. I've got a manual focus lens now because I wasn't about to cough the money up for the automatic one. But oh my goodness, you can spend more on a camera lens than you ever do on the camera.
Well, now the background cleared up too. So.
Well, I can actually adjust that one to the point we can make the background fuzzy and us crystal clear and get that cool effect. And
a couple of people, much better now. Okay.
Oops. Maybe I should have did that
in the beginning. Fault.
Yep. See, there's one of our technical issues for the week that we always have. Yeah, maybe I should have done that at the very beginning. We're probably gonna have a lot of people click on and go to watch this later and be like, nope, way too fuzzy for me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought we had right, but yeah, we do look a little clearer now. Now you can see all them boogers and everything else I've got going on that she's always getting on to me about. Okay, so I see somebody say, welcome, Brandon. I missed that comment. He must be new. And there it is. Wood Duck says, yep, the tornado warning's just below us. All right, so y'all be nice and safe up there. I knew that was starting to get a little close to your area.
Eye on it too.
Yeah, man, tornado warnings in January. What the heck?
Well, it's pretty warm today.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, it is what it is. The weather and everything, the whole world's getting crazier, but I just don't ever remember tornadoes in January.
I don't know. This van is moving so fast.
We'll just have to see. I don't know. There's more coming behind. I think we're just gonna have to scrap the cooking for tonight. And I'm seeing a lot of lightning on your app right there too. I'm not going outside and lightning, y'all. I don't play with the lightning. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait a little while for all that to pass and then go out probably after dark and do our cooking. We tried. What else? There was another comment that I missed here. Reading y'all's comments. Oh, everybody says we need more lighting. I don't know. It's already mighty bright right here. It really is. Now, what's
Well,
fun?
and we have the living room a little darkened so that
We
it
do. We
doesn't
just didn't
wash
want it to
out.
look like you're in an operating room. Now, what's crazy is we're bright as can be on our camera screen that I'm looking at, and we're a lot more toned down on the computer and a few other things. But
I think it looks okay.
it does. It actually does. We're going to spend more time talking about cameras and adjustments and everything tonight than we are answering your questions, aren't we? Oh, excuse me. So Cashers are having our world famous, I threw that in there, barbecue pulled pork tater tots. So we told Cash about that a while back. Whenever we cook Boston butts or pulled pork, and we have a lot of that left over, we'll actually shred it and put it on top of tater tots, cheese, barbecue sauce, everything, and bake that in there.
Good.
I know Miss Redmilla
tried it. It's a must try.
It is. And Miss Redmilla is not on tonight. She said she'd watch this tomorrow, so
Good.
she can't get on to us. Yep. No vegetables in it whatsoever. You can't even count the potatoes, but tater tots, go ahead and cook them, get them crispy, put that barbecue all over it, the barbecue sauce, the pulled pork.
We have some pork.
Yeah, we do.
Stashed away.
Or should we do brisket tater tots?
Ooh, brisket.
Well, we have the flat left. It's probably gonna be. It's not gonna pull apart. It'll be more for trimming. I don't know. We may play around with that, Cash. We may reinvent and do brisket. Barbecue tater tots. How about that? So any plans to raise rabbits? No, I don't think so anytime soon. We have a lot of wild rabbits around here if we want to harvest any. Not saying we won't in the future. I know a lot of people do raise them and they can be relatively easy, although they have their quirks too. And we'd have to get specific types for Florida because it gets so hot here. You had a friend that raised rabbits for quite a while. I don't think they raise them anymore, but I just don't know. It's not on the future plan list for animals right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be goats and cows and a few other things like that. And we need more chickens. Oh my goodness, do we need
All
more
right, so to go back up to some other comments here, how is our hydroponics doing and
Yeah, I
what
started
kind
talking
of
about,
lettuce are we using?
well, we talked about that a minute ago. We said we about killed it with all the lettuce that we're picking. You talked about how nice it was going in there. Now, the type of lettuce that we're using is romaine and butter crunch. We used to love growing butter crunch outside. However, the romaine's growing so good in there. It's not heading out, but we're actually picking off little leaves. Well, I say little, they're huge, and it continues to grow. That's the cool thing about it. If you don't just completely kill the plant, which we've kind of already done to a couple of them, you can pick off of every one of them and they'll continue to put on. We kind of like the way the romaine's growing. Now, here's the thing I will say. It is the best tasting lettuce I've ever had in my life.
It is pretty good.
The
It's really
texture,
rich.
everything. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've always had such
Like
bland,
this greeny, rich flavor.
I guess because it hasn't been gassed and bagged and
Excuse me.
sat in the grocery store forever. But we've ate it fresh out of the garden. We used to grow it every year ourselves in the fall. I don't know what it is. This is the best lettuce I've ever had coming out of these hydroponics. So I love the little system. We've already bought a third one. It's growing lettuce right now, and we're just going to continue to rotate them. That way we can always freshly pick. And the reason it works so well for us down here in Florida is because we just get way too hot to grow lettuce at any time of the year other than winter. So we have to buy lettuce all spring and all summer and all fall long just because it was seed out, burns up out here in our 100-degree days and all the sun that we get. Now, growing it inside, it'll always be, 70 something degrees. There's no bright sunlight on it. We control all that. And I'm thinking we're going to have lettuce year round. And we eat salads a couple times a week. We put lettuce on sandwiches and everything else.
A lot of lettuce.
We do.
We do.
And the grocery store is not right around the corner here either. Then you wind up get home. Next thing you know, it's rotten in 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, I would actually almost want more, but you have plans in the future for different things.
Yeah, I may do some DIY.
So Jonathan asked, have we checked out Vivor's hydroponic setup?
I have. I've looked at it. I'm tempted to try it, but with that said, I like DIY stuff on the channel. It's just going to boil down to can I find the time to build my own system? Time is of, well, not necessarily of the essence. Time just doesn't exist here lately for me. I've got so many other projects going on. If it gets to the point that I don't think I can build my own system because I got some special designs in mind, I may try their system because it's relatively affordable. It's a PVC system, like I'm thinking. And it may be worth showing off. We're going to play around with that, but I've already been eyeballing it. I don't know if I want to do the tower system or the kind of step down PVC system like they offer. I can see benefits to both, but we'll kick it around right there. Mr. Mike, thank you very much. Says, do you have any Old West barbecue sauce left? I think we just finished up the big bottle the other night. We went to a big cookout. We cooked a bunch of Boston butts, like what, 16, 18 pounds worth. We may have one bottle left in there, a little bit.
A tad bit left, just a taste left.
Now, you don't have to send us anything. Please, you've done enough. But I'll be honest with you, if you do send something, we're not telling you to. We prefer the small bottles because once you open up the big bottle, you got to use it, if you know what I mean, within a certain amount of time. So it works great at big cookouts like that. But the small bottles work best. But you do not have to send us nothing. Y'all don't have to keep doing all that y'all do. Yeah, but thank you so very much. So take that for what it's worth. But thank you, Mr. Mike. Oh, fried chicken livers. Yeah, everybody's getting on to me because I didn't save the chicken livers and all out of the chickens. First of all, 3 chickens ain't enough for keeping gizzards and livers. And I have just never, ever personally cared for the taste of gizzards and livers. They're just not my thing. Now, they're great for fishing for catfish. That's what I like them for. But for eating, not my thing. Plus, if you are going to eat them, you need 12 or 24. We'd have to do a ton of butchering. It wouldn't just be worth keeping the few that we had right there. But a lot of people have been asking me, why was I not eating those? I see everybody's doing pukey faces, everything else. A lot of people love it. Everybody's getting upset with it. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Gizzards and gravy. Oh no, that don't sound good to me at all.
I think the only time I ever had it was fried, and I mean,
anything fried's halfway okay. Yeah, it's just not my preferred method. But I don't know about no gizzards and gravy. I like sausage and gravy. Now I'll eat that all day long, or some cube steak and gravy. Oh, we were just talking about that. It's gonna be relatively cool the next week or so.
Might as well do it while it's still cold.
Yep, I need to pull out some of that deer cube steak. That's cube steak.
Yeah, I'll let you cook it for me. How about that?
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Good.
Yeah. So, Chris says salad, tuna salad, egg salad.
And we actually did do that. So we ran it in the pantry and we trimmed off some lettuce, and it was perfect to go with that. So
we've been eating tuna salad sandwiches the last 2 days. With fresh lettuce.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days with pickles and stuff on it. We haven't had tuna in forever, and sometimes it's nice just to whip up a quick little meal like that and go to town with it.
Sure.
Holy smokes. Okay, so Josh, thank you so very much. Says, hey guys, have you ever considered possibly setting up some windmill power on the property? Are you talking about for water or for electricity? Because I am very curious about it for electricity. So y'all know I'm starting to slowly dive into solar. I'm looking at different backup power options as the world and weather just gets crazier. I'm always going to keep my generators, my gas generators, just so you know that. But I'm kind of wanting to get away from dependency on fuels and gases and generators that may gum up, not run correct. And if you're talking for electricity usage, I am very intrigued with windmill power because it stays relatively windy here. But this being the sunshine state, solar made the most sense to me. And I'm trying to see if I can tie both into some of the systems that I have, or if I would have to do a DIY system to tie in multiple inputs. But it's on my mind. It absolutely is. And thank you very much for your donation there. And then holy smokes, cash, man. You didn't have to do that. You've been buying so many chainsaws and other things.
Rug again. We might have to get it now.
Well, I didn't want to spend his money. He's been buying all those chainsaws that he needs. Is that what you're telling your wife for all these trees are blowing down? You didn't need to do that. But Amazon bear rug, fine. I thought we'd got past that. We don't really need that.
Enough now to it.
Baby, he's done that thing. Have you seen that old cheap bear rug on there?
No, I haven't seen it.
I bet he's done enough to buy about 5 of them things. For the people that don't know what the joke is, I'm calling it a joke. There is a very bad looking Amazon bear rug. And when we were talking about building this house and having the wood, and everybody started talking about
fireplace.
Yeah, fireplace. You need a bear rug to curl up on down there and look all sexy from a photo shoot and stuff. So Cash sent us a picture of this Amazon bear rug that looks not good, and he's been threatening to buy it ever since. Now, you want to get me a really nice all natural bear rug that are probably unbelievably expensive, sure, we may toss that out in the living room. But the Amazon one, let's hold off on that cash if you don't mind. Maybe we can put that towards something else. But thank you so very much for being extremely generous there. I'll tell you what, I'll buy you something for your room. Actually, I might buy that bear rug for your room. We'll put it out there in the deer blind, since that's where Cash is going to be going, and he claimed that for his new room. So we may actually have a place for it. We can hang it up on the wall out there. What you think about that? Goodness, I thought we'd finally squashed that thing and forgot about that bear rug. Yeah. So Farmer says livers would be good for the dogs. Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, Ruger did sneak him some bites and a few things that day as I was cleaning. Dogs are gonna be dogs. It is what it is. I'm sure it's absolutely healthy for them. We don't mind throwing them stuff, trust me. So Josh says for electricity for the windmill power. It is on my mind. It really is. I think solar makes the most sense because it's very rare that we have all, cloudy days like we're dealing with right now.
Sunshine State.
Yeah, Sunshine State. So it makes the most sense to do that. But if I can figure out how to tie both in, and like say my EcoFlow, for example, can accept windmill power, I'm not sure, and solar power, or I don't know if I'm gonna need an extra charge controller. This is also new to me. I'm just now digging into it, but I wouldn't mind, like say, a smaller 400-watt windmill that can provide power throughout the night or supplement on cloudy days. And we may get into multiple ones of it. We're going to do a lot this year on the channel, and I really can't say what all we're going to do, but we're diving into more, like I said, preparation stuff from the food side of things to power and just more dependency stuff we're going to do here on the property. And wind is definitely on my mind for some power generation. Do I ever go fishing for tuna? No, we do not. It is very shallow water here, and tuna is just not available unless you're going to travel a few hours to where the deep water starts. I would like to, though. I want to go yellowfin tuna fishing so bad. That is my favorite.
Would be fun.
It's my favorite fish on the planet. Oh my goodness! And if we could just go get one decent sized yellowfin tuna and bring all them tuna steaks home, whoo,
yeah.
We got that Blackstone going out there. We can sear it. Oh, we finally went somewhere. Well, we had a viewer that's been telling us forever that we need to go to Jonah's Fish and Grits up in Thomasville, Georgia. We finally went there tonight because the fish jogged my memory right there, and had some of the best fish we've ever had in our life.
Pretty dang good.
I'm not a salmon fan at all, but she got.
He don't like salmon at all, and that's why I don't ever make it, because he's like, I don't like salmon.
But what you got though?
Yeah, I had blackened salmon that had lump crab meat in it or on it on top of it, but it tasted like a buttery steak. It tasted very similar to like when we get the tuna steaks, and how much it tastes like steak to us.
It did. It kind of reminded me of that. It didn't have that salmon taste. It was a steak. I don't know. It was delicious. And then I got a garlic Parmesan,
crusted.
Yeah, Parmesan crusted grouper. Oh boy,
that was good.
It was good. We still been talking about it. We might have to go back and do that.
Oh yeah, we're going back.
So we finally made it up to Jonah's Fish and Grits that people have been telling us we've got to go to for years, and it was totally worth it. So Rodney says, is Ruger in the storm? He sure is. Actually, I hear him outside the door right now. We threw him a bone right before the live stream started. That's what we typically do. And then the rain hit. And what y'all didn't see right at the beginning of the live stream, it's pouring rain, and he's out there in the yard running around playing it, loving it. He absolutely loves rain, water, mud puddles, anything. I'm sure he's filthy and loving life. He's been tearing his new pool up too, y'all. Oh my goodness. He swims in that thing all the time. You having to block a comment?
No. I'm
scrolling. I seen you down there going to town about to say we hadn't really had to block comment or deal with a spammer.
I was way up there, so I was scrolling back down.
That's right. So Letitia says, just found your channel, watching your house cost video. Glad I found you guys. So welcome. And I don't know if you heard how long you've been in the live stream right here, but we have a lot more house content coming this week. I'll be talking with a local building contractor, trying to get some valuable information out to anybody that's interested in building a house. And I just recorded a very lengthy video today. I promised people I'd start talking about how do you start as a homeowner, how do you be your own general contractor, all the things that I just don't see good information out there about, all the things I had to learn while it's still fresh on my memory. I tried to compile all of it, and I just made like a 30 or 40-minute long video today to try to regurgitate some of that before it slips my memory. But we're going to be talking with a contractor this week on our podcast channel, and I'll probably get that posted next Monday. And we're going to talk about the housing market, where it's at, the supply chain issues, what stuff you need to order, get on the way, things you need to be thinking about. So we've probably picked up a few thousand people this last week over that house video alone. It's doing very well. I think we're a couple 100,000 views and up, and it just posted. So that's really big for us on this channel. So welcome everybody that's maybe on here for that. We'll continue to get you some house content and land content and things like that out, since it was such a big part of our life. So, oh my goodness, y'all still talking about the bear rug? Less than $80. Don't worry about it, man. So, Mr. Gray, I don't want to skip over you there. My goodness, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr.
For
Gray.
another extremely generous donation there. We appreciate you so much. And by the way, since we have new people on here, we do not ever expect donations. We have some of the most kind, sweet viewers that you could ever imagine. All we ever ask is, if you like our content, just share it and watch it. That's what building social media presence is all about. It's really about the views at the end of the day. But we have people that just so go above and beyond and really support us in this lifestyle that we're trying to live. And we thank y'all so much for that. We really do.
Yes, thank you.
It means the world to us. So thank you, Mr. Gray. You've always been so extremely generous. Did want to go back up. Miss Lee says a full-size black bear rug is $2,700.
Wow.
Oh, y'all please don't even start that fun or do that. That's
maybe if they ever open the season again here.
We ever got a really nice one off the property.
Yeah.
I know some people may not agree with that at all, but it would mean something to me. Have a history and story, and I do think I'd look pretty good curled up down there on that thing. Especially we get this little fireplace in the future, watching TV on my bearskin rug that I got with my bare hands. Yeah, that ain't gonna work out, is it? Oh my goodness, y'all are on fire tonight. So
you skipped one though.
I did.
Scott.
Yes, so Scott Krebs. Thank you so very much for an extremely generous donation. Y'all are way too kind tonight. Holy smokes. They're just popping up left and right. Can't thank you enough for that. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
And then right behind him is Lou, who's beyond generous, always thinking of us. Pool table fund. Now we're talking. Now we're on the prop. See, somebody's thinking. Now somebody's thinking. We're on that pool table fund. We haven't talked about that in a while, but we got to get that pool table in this house. We left this whole space for over here.
We can ever find some time to even use it if we got one.
This is, now that you have the grapple, we need to fill that blank space behind you. That's exactly right. And we did leave it for that. And I wasn't kidding when I told people, was it either on our podcast or our house video? But basically, we've designed such a unique home. It's kind of our bachelor and bachelorette pad.
Yeah.
Even though we're way past those years and we're married, it's getting really dark and nasty out there. I don't know if y'all can see that. That looks really bad. Ooh. But anyways, it's a very unique house, and I think on our bachelorette pad, a pool table would go really awesome back there. So thank you so very much, Miss Lee. Excellent idea on a fund there. We appreciate you so much. And then Scott right behind her again. Thank you, Scott, for another donation there. Appreciate you so much. Y'all were goodness gracious, y'all were killing it tonight.
Is Scott new? I don't remember seeing his name before.
You know what? I don't think he is. I recognize that thumbnail right there.
Okay.
I recognize the face. And I think he's got like a what do you call the flowery things?
A lei.
That's right. From Hawaii. I recognize that. So let's see what it's got here. So Scott, yes, he says the EcoFlow is perfect for a small sailboat. If you're going to graduate beyond that, you'll be getting different, lithium iron phosphate cells, charge controller. That's exactly right. And I am very DIY, built the house, and very much interested in that. And people got to understand, EcoFlow has been an awesome sponsor to the channel over the years, and I'm very shocked that they allowed me to demonstrate one of those and sent one out to a channel our size, because it is a very expensive product. So that's kind of why I went that route. And if they're going to allow me to continue to work with them and build a system off of that, it's totally doable and perfect for what we're trying to accomplish here as a backup solution, especially if we can get up to 240 volts. And I really like their products. It's for something like a sailboat or an RV. It's great. It makes so much more sense to have something small and portable like that than a big DIY system where you got the backside of a room with all those big batteries, the charge controller, and everything else. Those systems definitely make more sense for the homeowner that's wanting to go truly off grid, doesn't want something that's portable. That's the cool thing about it. My gut feeling says the future of this channel, we're going to have a little bit of both. If solar does well for us as far as gets the views and is a good series that people are interested in, I have no problems with diving into a little bit of everything from DIY systems to portable solutions like EcoFlow. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my job to make content, get the views, and bring people in. And I appreciate all the people that watch it. So I'm kind of excited about that. It was by far one of the biggest requests that we had last year, especially while
It
building the
was.
house. Tons and I mean hundreds, if not thousands, of comments. Why are you not doing some sort of solar? Well, we are. And to be honest with you, the reason we haven't dove into it is because we have so many other projects that's financially a little more important. But because of the sponsorship right here with EcoFlow, we've already started investing a lot of our own money into a solar array. So, spoiler alert, I'm already building my solar array. We've done invested money and bought a ton of solar panels. I'm going to work on that this week. I have the most unique kind you've ever seen for a solar array. I'm kind of nervous. People are going to be like, "You're an idiot, a fool. Why did you make it like that?" But I've making one that's a little more hurricane friendly, high wind friendly, and adjustable. It's going to be like something y'all probably never seen before.
And overbuilt,
And
probably.
overbuilt, you know me. Overdo is what I do. I like to overbuild things.
I
So
just want to say something. And we give, our viewers on here a lot of credit, but they're making everybody, all our new people like Letitia, feel very welcome
yeah,
and all that. So thank y'all for doing that. And that's what it's about. We're just a great community here of people. It's almost like our family, and well, y'all are family, and we enjoy that.
yeah, we do. And thank y'all so much for that. And again, Crystal, a huge thank you for,
Yes.
I keep calling you our cheerleader. You're always so kind and
Yes.
welcoming of people. And that's exactly how we want the comment section to be here, whether it's on our videos or on our live streams. The world is so full of negativity and so much other junk going on. We don't need that stuff here. We all got different views and opinions, but if we can all come together and welcome each other and just enjoy a Sunday afternoon hanging out, that's what it's all
Yep,
about.
not
So,
here. Yep.
so thank y'all so much for that. Oh, it's looking kind of nasty out there. Something you can
Something's brewing.
you can tell it's the
Well,
calm
that
before the
band,
storm.
yeah, that band is about to blow through
Woo!
pretty
So if
fast.
it starts popping lightning here in the next few minutes, we're probably going to be wrapping this thing up. We actually need to go out there and cover up all our cast iron. We need to go put the cover on the Blackstone. We don't want that
I
wet
already did.
and rusting. Okay, but it's starting to look pretty bad out there. But we'll keep chatting with y'all for a little bit since we've had to cut the cooking out of the live stream tonight. Speaking of, if you're new tonight too, typically our Sunday live streams, well, it's a rambling session. We're just talking, we're answering your questions. We're talking about what was, put out on content last week, what's coming up. And we usually cook at the end of it, unless it's stormy like that, because we like to cook outside. There was one other comment there that I was going to see. Actually, oh my goodness, I done missed.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! Holy smokes, y'all! I didn't
I
realize.
know, yeah.
I ain't never. This has got to be like a record for us. I've never in my life seen y'all just blow up so many donations. Holy smokes!
Right
So,
there.
yeah, I've done
Josh.
missed a ton of them. So, Josh, thank you so very much. Pool table fund, yes, great fund. I like your thinking. Don't worry, we're going to build a nice DIY top and cover for it, so it can be a serving table whenever we're entertaining guests. It can be a, what do you call it, a buffet table or something like
Yeah.
that. So we'll do a nice build for that. Get Tiffany involved in that, but she'll shoot pool with me too. Trust me. And what color felt do y'all want? You know what? I think burgundy would be the right choice for all the wood and everything that we got going on.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
We will need to think about that. I mean, I don't. We got green everywhere else, but the green
Should I
felt
do black?
it would show dirt and dust
Oh,
and
but you
chalk
keep it
so bad.
you keep it
You
brushed
would
and clean.
nah,
Oh, okay.
I don't think that would look good at all. I think a red burgundy would be awesome with all the wood that we have going on. We have to think about it though. The
I guess
greens that they
burgundy would
typically have
match,
for
yeah.
felt is such a dark green. I don't think would really match the
Probably
wall
burgundy,
color. I don't know. We got a little time to think about it. That's for sure. Well, who knows with y'all? Oh my
yeah. I know,
goodness.
right?
So thank you very much, Josh. And then I'll jump back up here and catch a few more of these comments. So yeah, Jonathan says, really think it's so funny that it's still light out where you are, absolutely dark where he is. Well, in case you can't see now, the dark clouds are rolling over. It's about to get nasty here. We have some really nasty weather. But well, that's what always throws me off every week. We do these live streams and we'll have people jump on from literally the other side of the planet. And it's Monday there, Monday morning. Like that, I just
Oh,
always
no.
blows my mind. They're like, "Hey, good day from Australia. It's Monday morning." I'm like, "For real? No, there ain't no way." So, Mikey, thank you very much. Says, well, all time for me to get back to his chores. He got to finish processing his last deer he harvested. Congratulations on that. Today was actually our last day. Bummer, but our freezer's full. We're happy. He says he's got to put it in the freezer. So thank you, Mikey.
Yeah,
You may have already
thank
jumped
you.
off. We truly do appreciate your donation there. Thank you so much. Right behind him is Mr. Robert with some freedom seeds. Always an excellent fund to donate to because the armadillos. Ooh, Armadillos have showed back up. They've started digging around my septic system now. We've got holes popping up in the pasture and all around the house. We're going to have to go out and do a little thermal.
Yeah, there's more holes I've been seeing.
We put a heck of a dent in them, and things finally got as good as it's been in years, but they're back, if you know what I mean. So thank you very much, Robert. Right behind him, holy smokes, I don't think I've ever seen y'all back to back to back like this. Mr. Shane, who's always so kind and generous to us, he says, toenail and man candle fun. Well, I tell you what.
The pedicure, the pedicure stuff is definitely going to happen when we hit 100,000.
Yeah, and as many people as we've picked up just off the house videos alone here the last week or so, we may be doing that.
And I might even do a live.
I may have to do that mani petty. I promised y'all a lot sooner than I was thinking. With as quick as we're climbing here this past week, and we're so very thankful for that, by the way. And I'm sure there's new people going, "What in the heck channel have we signed up for? Why is this guy talking about a mani petty?"
It's all over the place.
So without getting into too long of a story, I fell asleep on a river one day. My friends painted my toenails. Everybody had a great laugh out of it. And then people started donating to a mani-pedi fund, which I am not interested in. But I told them if we ever hit 100,000 subscribers, I'd go get one. And, well, that's probably going to happen sooner than later. It's starting to look like it. I say, but trust me, I'm not really interested in that at all. Hopefully will not allow us to record, and that'd be great. We'll just snap you some pictures.
I have a friend that has a salon.
No.
She will let us do whatever we want.
No. Bringing that up, and we do need to get back on the man candles. I know, I'm sure there's still some more new people in here not going.
Oh, so when we just moved, we got super blurry. That's weird. So is that the autofocus?
No, I bet you're.
No, I'm on.
We're getting really heavy rain right now. See. No, it doesn't. This is manual focus right here, but I'm just about bet your internet dropped down because we're getting some really nasty.
Yeah, we're super fuzzy now still.
Yeah, but what's yours on? Your quality?
480.
Huh, that's interesting.
And I'm on the Wi-Fi.
But we're crystal clear on the camera.
I don't know.
We look good on the laptop. Oh, well. Blurry may actually help my ugly mug. How about that? Oh, let's see where it's got to go. Another one that I skipped over.
Mr. Larry, the shirt, yeah, a lot of people have asked about it. I think I got it from Academy. So
you've had more people ask about that shirt than any other one. Maybe we need to figure out if we can design one that isn't copyright.
Right. I don't know. You might Amazon has a big variety of things. You might could type it in and see if you can find it on there. But I believe I got it from Academy. Yeah, I think it's where I got it from.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, check Academy's website too.
Oh, what else we got? Oh, look, great. Another one. Thank you, Joshua, for the 837 for the pedicure nail polish. Yes, I know it's not 837. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, you must have went ahead and took taxes out of that thing for us. So you doing some major calculations or something. So thank you, Joshua. We appreciate you so much there.
Yeah, people are saying the video is getting fuzzy and choppy. So yeah.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if our internet's going down currently because we have nasty weather rolling in. Yep, everybody's saying buffering, getting real blurry. It's got to be the internet. So I tell y'all what, before this thing cuts off, they're saying it's coming back. I'm wondering if we're going to have to cut this off. So that's the only thing about cellular internet, which typically I don't have an issue, but we're having some really nasty weather roll through, and it may be impacting our internet speeds. That could be what's going on, but I do apologize. I don't know what else to do about it. It is what it is what I used to say.
Oh, Cash says, Andrew and Tiffany, my wife has that print. She can make those shirts.
Really?
Interesting.
Really? Well, Cash, you may be sitting on a gold mine. You may want to just throw something out there. I don't know if you have an email that you're willing to put out on the net, but you may be able to sell a few of these shirts, especially if you have that print.
Cool. Yeah, and they can say whatever they wanted to say.
So I'm guessing your wife has a big print company, or?
Well, yeah, she did those shirts for us. So
I know that. I'm just saying where you can get all the designs.
Yeah, you can probably get it free online.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, print them up, my man. People have been asking about them for a while.
So, Mr. Larry, talk to Cash if you're interested in maybe one of the shirts his wife can make for you.
Yeah. Okay, people are saying we're coming back. It's got to be the weather, and
well, we probably need to get out there and start weatherproof and everything because
We
that
do.
band is about to be here. So
You can just tell, you can feel it's here.
yeah.
And it looks disgusting outside. So we're
Mhm.
gonna go outside, close up our outdoor kitchen, get ready for this band that's about to hit us, and then I guess we'll go back out in a little bit and kind of deal with the aftermath of the storm here. So apologize that we did not cook tonight.
Yeah, we'll send y'all pictures later because
Yeah,
obviously it does have to get cooked at some point tonight. So
yeah.
if we can.
And
Yeah.
we'll do this again at a certain point. We'll cook next week and we'll do this meal again some other time. We didn't even tell them what it was, so we can surprise y'all
Yeah, we'll
later.
surprise y'all.
Yeah. But it is something I've been wanting her to do. It is a little involved, so
It's
we don't
very
do
involved.
it. We don't do it very often, but I promise you, we'll do it again. So thank y'all so much for y'all's
Thank y'all.
amazing generosity tonight. Y'all,
Always so much fun.
yeah, it is fun. Thank you for
Yeah.
spending your Sunday afternoon with us. And my goodness, the back to 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 back donations. Y'all were too kind. Y'all were too generous. Thank y'all so much for that. And thank you for everybody that's been helping make our channel a success and sharing our videos and watching and kind of blowing us up this last week. It's always exciting when we see something like that happen. Views going up, subscribers going up, kind of makes all the time, the energy, and effort that's put in worth it. So again, thanks for spending your Sunday afternoon. Good night. God bless. A lot of videos coming out this week, and we'll catch y'all next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, on our next live stream. Good night. God bless. Take care. We'll see you.